Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sundler. You're watching Cougar basketball powered by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Glad you could join us here. CJ Sundler alongside me, Carter Gledhill. Glad you could join us here today. Carter, we had a fun one earlier in the week when the women finally got here to Geiseman. Men finally get their turn here today.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for that. There we go. It's going to be exciting for that. Not the outcome the women wanted, but the guys are coming in here against a good team in the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors, and they're going to have their hands full today. But look for some young talent that's going to be explosive for the Cougars in the home opener.
Cougars coming into today have a 1-4 record. They're 1-2 in the NACC. Played some very tough opponents to open up the non-conference slate, going to Loras and then to UW Platteville, who moved up to number 16 in the national rankings this week. And they had given Platteville a game for quite a while. Then they go to Marion, win that one 100-75, and that was by far the best performance they've put on the season.
Oh, it was a fantastic performance, especially from freshman Brent Hatton. He's been one of the big guys to step up for the Cougars this year, and you're going to see some great shooting from him today, as he is one of the best freshmen in the conference, and he's in the Division III. He's actually one of the top 13 in three-point shooters.
And you talk about somebody that's averaging 14.8 points per game and shooting 55% from the floor, just really doing a lot of things well. CUC returning home today. They will then host Benedictine in 9 days on Monday, December 16th. We'll have that one here. Then they have a cool contest. They will play Division I UW Green Bay in an exhibition in a busy December. Glad you could join us here once again. CUC looking to win here in their home opener today. It would mark the second win in a row in home openers, which would be the first time in a decade.
Hey, as the decade's winding down here, why not go out with a bang, and hopefully the Cougars pull one out today.
So this Cougar team coming into today, you're facing a Wisconsin Lutheran team that's off to a really strong start. They're 4-2 to open the season and is undefeated in NACC play. It was a problem with this team last year when you talked about Cougar men's basketball was defense. Well, you're facing a Wisconsin Lutheran team that can find the bottom of the hoop quite often.
Yeah, and we were looking at the stats before coming into the game. When the opponent's shooting 40% or better from the field, the Cougars are 0-4. So as long as the Cougars limit the shots that they can get, the shots of the Warriors inside of the paint, and just force the outside shots, I think the Cougars are going to be just fine today.
They will have to contend with senior guard Andrew Brugink, who has been just a phenomenal player for this team. You're talking about a player that's averaging 25 points per game on the season and shooting 52% from the floor and 75% from the free throw line. He gets to the rim a lot, and he's had a lot of success in this season. I mean, that's going to be the X factor in this game. You slow a guy down that's led this team in 4 out of the 5 games in scoring, including a 30-point burst last time out.
Yeah, and you saw it in the girls' game as well if you were watching the game earlier this week. If you're able to see that, by limiting one of their top guards, the Cougars were able to jump out into that early lead in the first quarter. And as long as they keep doing that, if you take the X factor out of the offense, it's going to be a struggle for the Warriors to find other guys to get them going as well.
Just over 3 minutes till opening tip here from Geiseman. CUC, when we look at the series against WLC, they are 8-16 against the Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors, dating back to December 9th, 2006. The Cougars won the last matchup between these two teams, trouncing WLC 101-86 inside Geiseman. Landon Gladney, who is going to be a factor in getting going for this Cougar team, had a monstrous night with 28 points and 14 rebounds. And he's had a quietly good start to the year, but double-double-wise, he's still improving.
Yes, for sure. He's had 15.2 points per game on the season, also averaging 8.2 rebounds. I mean, as long as you've seen the Cougars, I mean, a lot of the players fly under the radar here, and he's going to be one of those. He's going to be the secret weapon, I think, for the Cougars today, pulling out. They want to pull out a win today.
Cougars came in 10th in the NACC preseason poll. Wisconsin Lutheran was 8th, a team that was competitive last year. That's off to a very good start. It's their first true road test in the conference here today, coming inside Geiseman Gymnasium on a Saturday afternoon. Once again, Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park. Eat more chicken as we come up on the final few minutes of our pregame show here. Carter, your thoughts, X factors, and what the Cougars need to do to come away with the win today?
Big thing for the Cougars is that they got to get out early. When we're looking at also stats, they are 0-4 when trailing at halftime. If they can at least get it within tied, or they can be in with single digits if they're down. Ideally, they don't want to, but I think the Cougars are going to be able to turn that table around today. You're in your home opener here at Geiseman Gymnasium. They're all excited to be playing today. It's going to be exciting to watch.
And we'll get to see for the first time head coach Steve Kohler at the helm on the sideline here, the first-year head coach for CUC coming from Blackburn. Has been inside Geiseman before when he was an assistant at Benedictine. He will square off against third-year head coach Aaron Ananson for the Warriors, who's been in the conference for a while, came to Wisconsin Lutheran from Lakeland. So it will be a fun one on tap today.
Yeah, Kohler took a team that was 36 and 160 in 8 previous seasons prior to his arrival and went 50 and 53 in his 4 years there. So he knows what he's doing, and you can see that today with the young talent that he recruited in this freshman class for the Cougars.
Who's going to have to step up today for CUC?
I think it's got to be the freshman. It's got to be Brett Hanton. He was All-South and Decatur Herald All-Player when in high school. And, he led his team in rebounds and scoring in his junior and senior year of high school. I think he's going to be the X factor today for the Cougars.
Lineups come up here in just a few moments here from Geiseman. We'll take a step back. It's national anthem time. We'll have starting lineups in just a few moments. You're watching Cougar basketball, powered by Lutheran Public Radio. Listen to sacred music anytime, anywhere on the LPR app. Welcome back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Seller alongside me, Carter Gledhill, with our fantastic crew today, Taylor Kolosowicz, Julia Spitelli, Kelly Goody, and Ryan McGee on the cameras. Let's meet today's starting lineups first for the visiting Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran College. At a guard, a 5'10 senior from Brookfield, Wisconsin, number 3, Andrew Wojcik. At a guard, a 6'4 senior from Brookfield, Wisconsin. We talked about him in the pregame, number 11, Andrew Brugink. At a forward, a 6'3 junior from Muskego, Wisconsin, number 14, Maddie Farner. At a forward, a 6'3 sophomore from Green Lake, Wisconsin, number 23, Alex Van Crete. And rounding out the starting lineup for head coach Aaron Ananson is the 6' junior guard from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, number 30, Caleb Goldstein. Ananson is assisted by Micah Biesterfeld, Chuck Ruffing, a CUC grad, and Sean Smith. And the starting lineup for your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Leading off will be a 6' senior guard from St. Louis, Missouri, number 1, Rashawn Amos. At a guard, we talked about him in the pregame quite a bit, the 6'4 freshman guard from Olney, Illinois, number 10, Brent Hatton. At a guard, a 6'2 junior from Braidwood, Illinois, number 12, Neil O'Donnell. At a guard, the 6'2 sophomore from Aurora, Colorado, number 13, Jalen Meeks. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Cougars is 6'5 sophomore forward, number 34, Landon Gladney. Head coach of the Cougars is Steve Kohler in his first season. Assistant coaches Matt Kearney and J.J. Schwartz, the student assistant. Glad you could join us here once again. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Doc Ryan's. Doc Ryan's on Madison Street, always there for all your Cougar post-game needs. CIT tickets are on sale now. Get yours today at cucougars.com/CIT. It is going to be a wild weekend here at the end of January. Don't miss your chance to get your tickets now and save yourself a few dollars, and we'll get ready for action here today. Cougars will be in the home white uniforms going right to left across your screen with maroon numbers and gold trim. Warriors will be in green numbers with white numbers and black trim. Glad you could join us here once again. Should be a fun one. Second home opener in a week.
Yeah, you know, you can't get much more exciting than that, especially for basketball season starting up too.
We're ready to go here inside Geiseman. Can't thank our stats crew across the way. I think that's going to turn into a little bit of a rivalry this year now that we've moved the whole video setup to the east side.
Yeah, you know, I think it is, but, you know, east side's better than west side, so.
Hey, there we go. Glad you could join us here once again. 40 minutes of basketball scheduled here from Geiseman, and we are glad you're spending it here in action here on a Saturday afternoon from Geiseman. Landon Gladney is one that I think needs to get going we're hoping to see, you talked about Brent Hatton being the one that you want to see have a big game today. I think Landon Gladney is the one that we really need to see get going, especially because Wisconsin Lutheran does have a little bit of size, and CUC needs to take care of the job inside. Yeah, Cougars control the opening tip.
Yeah, in their last game, Landon Gladney had 28 points and 14 rebounds, so he has had really good turn of events and had good time against the Warriors, so hopefully he gets that going today as well.
Kick, Hatton, pump fake, drive to the rim. Layup is swatted away by Farner. 0-0 here, just underway from Geiseman. Into the right corner, Wisconsin Lutheran, a team that's had a lot of success offensively, coming into today averaging 91 points per game. CUC defensively has to step it up. They're giving up nearly that same number at 89.4. Three hoisted up and is good out of the hands of Andrew Wojcik. And the Warriors strike first. Gladney around the top, just underway here. In the opening minute, Meeks will spot up for a three, and that's good, and the Cougars answer. Jalen Meeks on the season for CUC, shooting just 16% from downtown, but he knocks one down there. Kick at the top, three from nearly the same spot that Meeks knocked one down. Offensive board, though, for the Warriors, put back up, and it's no good. That's something CUC is going to have to limit today is second chances. Three hoisted up by Gladney, it's no good. Skying up for the offensive board is Meeks, but he's unable to bring it away.
Great kick out there by O'Donnell, trying to get the ball out. That's how the Cougars are going to be operating today, just kicking the ball out with the jump shot.
Long two is up and good out of the hands of Alex Van Crete, the 6'3 sophomore from Green Lake. 5-3 WLC here in the early goings. As you see on the screen there, kind of in a crouch, that's CUC grad Chuck Ruffing, played for the Cougars. I believe back in 2015, and counter with a foul. Jalen Meeks to the rim, and we're knotted up at 5.
Great job by Meeks going up, being strong through the contact, and that's how you get those plays. Great job by Meeks.
Meeks to the line to shoot the and one free throw and give the Cougars the lead here early in the first half. Taylor, I don't know if I turned on replay. After the miss, now it's WLC ball, swung now right side. Three hoisted up from the right corner, no good. Tipped around and into the hands of Jalen Meeks. Meeks to Amos. Amos, a newcomer to this Cougar team, a transfer from Blackburn, follows Steve Kohler, and it's a three out of the hands of Brett Hatton, the freshman. You talked about him in the pregame.
And you can see, like, the seniors, the Cougars are definitely going to look to get him the ball, especially with his three-point ability. He's standing at 6'4", very tall guard there for the Cougars.
Into the corner, 18 to shoot. Going against Hatton, and they're going to get him for a foul there. Driving to the hoop, and he'll be shooting two, is number 30, Caleb Goldstein, the 6-foot junior guard from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. 2 free throws, first foul of the day on the Cougars. It'll go against Hatton, his first, team's first. First of 2 free throws is up and good.
Checking into the game for the Cougars is number 21, Charlie Resnikoff.
Charlie Resnikoff will be entering the lineup for CUC, the 6'4" senior from Wilton, Connecticut. Second free throw is up and good for Goldstein, making it a 1-point game. O'Donnell running the point now to Hatton. Inside Resnikoff. Going to work, a lot of contact in the lane. Shot came up short. Maddie Farner might have got a piece of that. Corner baseline drive, good find. Reverse layup got blocked and out of bounds. It'll be WLC ball.
One thing the Cougars are doing really well right now is closing out in the corner anytime the ball is swung. Coach made sure that they were working on that in practice earlier in the week when I was looking at them, and that's something that they've been priding themselves on, is not letting teams get that quick jumper off when they're swinging the ball.
Ball at the top, drive inside, backing down and knocking down Resnikoff and putting the putback up and in is Andrew Bruging. Senior getting on the board for the first time here tonight. This afternoon, tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get to tonight.
Same thing.
It'll be dark by the time we leave here.
Yeah, 4 o'clock-ish.
Amos around the top will back it out to Hatton. Hatton crosses over, wanted to kick it out, but it's stolen away by Bruging. WLC trying to build on their 9-8 lead. Inside, way too easy, and it's an easy layup for Maddie Farner. WLC extends their lead to 3. Both teams shooting well over 40% here in the early goings. Meeks wants to get inside. Jump stop, 8-footer off back iron, no good. Kick onto the left side. Wide open shooter at the top. Goldstein will knock down a 3, and the lead extends to 6. WLC on a 9-0 run. Shot inside, no good. Swung at the top. Deep 3 hoisted up is off the mark. Offensive board, though, is put back up and in by Bruging. And the lead continues as this run reaches 11.
That's the Warriors' 4th offensive rebound already in the early go, and the Cougars have to sharpen up on the defensive side.
Count it with a foul as Jalen Meeks gets to the rim and muscles through. That's one way to end a run.
There you go. Second and 1 already. There you go. Nice job.
Multiple subs on both sides. The foul's on Van Crete, his first, team's second. 1 free throw coming here for Jalen Meeks. He's off to a hot start here this afternoon. Already with 7 points. Meeks at the line, has started all 5 games for CUC this season, is a 71% free throw shooter on the year, a career 58% free throw shooter. And 1 free throw's up and good. Back to a 5-point game. Entering the game will be number 14, Isaac Rudell.
Seeing the Cougars putting on the full court press here. Just trying to throw him off guard and trying to slow him down a little bit.
O'Donnell picking up at the top, guarding Biesterfeld. Now right wing, we see Zio Golding making his first appearance at home. Golding, a transfer from Lesley University. Rudell to the rim. Tough shot is good. A little coast to coast for the sophomore.
Yeah, a little switch up onto the rim right there. Nice job.
Pace continuing to be pretty quick here in the opening part of the first half. Tough shot, no good. Rudell comes down with the rebound. He's given some really good bench minutes for the Cougars this season. As the Cougars swing it to Golding, right side, 3 no good. Offensive rebound for Gladney. Kick out now O'Donnell for 3, and it's good!
Oh, yes. And 1.
So they're going to call a foul after the shot. So count to 3, and the Cougars are going to be almost better than that one. They're going to get the ball underneath.
That's I haven't seen that in a long time. That's very nice. And, you know, Cougars close the gap now to 1 possession. Big swing of events in the last couple minutes here for the Cougars, taking the game back.
Back to a 2-point game. It'll be Cougar ball underneath. 4:18 remaining here in the first half. 30 seconds to shoot. Rudell to inbound. In at Resnikoff. Counter with a foul. CUC showing off some muscles here in the early going.
All that weight room work coming into play early on, just muscling it up right there.
Coach Ken better be in the stands. He should be proud of his boys thus far. Ties it up at 18 here. Resnikoff to the line to shoot the and 1 free throw. Resnikoff on the season, a 65% free throw shooter, knocks it down, and the Cougars take the lead back 19-18. Now an 8-0 run for CUC after WLC went on an 11-0 run of themselves. Open look for 3 from deep, rims out no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. WLC gets it and counted with the foul on this end. Strong take and good fight there by Zeg Zuliger, the 6'4 sophomore from West Bend.
Yeah, like we said, the offensive rebounds have really been a struggle right now for the Cougars.
That's the 5th offensive rebound for WLC already. We've only played 6 minutes.
Yeah, usually you don't see that very often early on in games like this. Usually you have a couple by the end of the half, but uncharacteristic right now of the Cougars allowing this many offensive rebounds already.
6 second chance points for the Warriors thus far. CUC 4 of their last 5 from the field. Gladney has it. Might have gotten away with the travel as the pass is tipped. Gladney has it, kicks. Golding, spot up 3 right side, comes up short, no good. Fight for the rebound, and there will be a foul called on the Cougars. I think Gladney might have caught a Warrior in the eyeballs. Fouls on Gladney, his first, team third. It looked like he caught Van Crete in the face. Van Crete looks to be all right. 1-point Warrior lead here, 6.5 minutes in. Cougars had quite a few people in the paint as Van Crete takes it up with a little contact. Van Crete with 4 points now on the night. 3 for Resnikoff, left side, and it's good.
There you go. You see him pumping up the crowd right there. Nice shot by Resnikoff.
Good crowd starting to file in a little bit late here in Chicago, enjoying their Saturdays. 22 all here in the first half. We expected some offense. Both teams shooting well from the floor. Drive left side, layup with the left hand, too strong out of the hands of Andrew Brugink. CUC in transition, ahead landing Gladney, and he'll put it off the glass and in, and we have a timeout on the floor. CUC takes the lead 24-22. It will be a full timeout. We'll take one too. 12:42 remaining in the first half. Cougars leading this one 24-22. Coming out of the timeout, glad you could join us here. I'm CJ Sun alongside me, Carter Gledhill. It's Cougar basketball action. You want fast-paced basketball? We've got it here over the first 7+ minutes.
Yeah, we have. You know, Cougars really taking that swing of events right there. Gladly with the nice layup. You know, a lot of and ones for the Cougars as well, and they're just playing really good offensive basketball right now. One thing they do got to clean up, though, is the defensive side with all the rebounds.
It'll be Wisconsin Lutheran ball coming out of the timeout. CUC leading 24-22. There's been a lot of runs here in this game. WLC had a run of 11-0. CUC had a 9-0 run. They're on a 5-0 run currently as they've taken the lead back. Jalen Meeks leads all scorers with 8 points. Tough D, Van Crete with the jumper, no good, and Resnikoff will come away with it. Swung around at the top. Meeks looking for a place to drive, and he threw it out of bounds.
One of the things they were working on in pregame is that idea of driving to the lane, getting the one pivot, and then spinning around and looking for the guy in the corner. Obviously, some miscommunication right there.
Sub on the Cougars side. We'll see Isaac Rudell back into the game for the Cougars. 12:02 remaining in the first half. He replaces Resnikoff, who gave a really good 5 minutes there for Steve Kohler. 6 points on 2 of 3 shooting. Tough floater up and good out of the hands of Colin Biesterfeld, the senior from West Bend. Right side, Amos will back it out with 20 to shoot. He'll pull up from 3 from right ring, rims out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and I believe WLC was out of bounds when they touched it, and they were. It'll be Cougar ball with a fresh 20. Meeks to inbound, wanted to get it to Gladney, but it was stolen away. WLC trying to take the lead back here. 24 all here. Loose ball on the floor. Rudell will come away with it. Has it in transition to Hatton. NBA range 3 is off the mark, no good. O'Donnell's there and gets the offensive board, but Van Crete will take it away. Three from the left side is good for the Warriors, and they take the lead back. Trevor Steedy with the 3. Gladney inside with context. He'll put it in with a left hand. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by head coach Steve Kohler. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Whew! Got to catch your breath the way these two teams have been playing thus far.
You see the fast breaks every end of the court. They're just flying around. Really exciting basketball, though, and it's good to see that already early on in the first half.
Cougars trailing by 1, 27-26. 10:51 remaining in the first half. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Meeks leads all scorers with 8. Goldstein leads the Warriors with 5. WLC has already had 8 different players score in this ball game. That scoring's been all over the place.
Sharing the wealth right there for the Warriors. No, great way to draw pressure to off one player and move it on to the other aspects of the team. Team effort right now for the Warriors. Cougars, though, looking really good as well. Jalen Meeks with the 8 points. Look for him to keep going strong here.
WLC ball coming out of the timeout. Glad you could join us here. 1 point WLC lead. Pass nearly stolen away by Meeks. Leaves a man open. Pump fake drive right side. Bounce pass nearly stolen away, but it's able to be put up and in by Matty Farner. He's had a good game with 3 rebounds now, 4 points, and a steal. Meeks has it round the back, and they're going to get Meeks for an offensive foul. WLC ball, foul on Meeks is his first personal. And that's been something that the Cougars have talked about too, and we talked to Coach Steve Kohler this week. CUC needs to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, staying out of foul trouble is huge because if you look at the depth right now in the Cougars, they're only playing a select few of guys in regards to playing time. So they have to stay out because they know that if they can't keep their main guys in, they're going to struggle, especially with their guys coming off the bench.
Second chance jumper from 18 feet, no good. Cougars quickly ahead. Hatton round the back, tough shot, layup just too short, no good. WLC on the other end in transition. Layup right side, too strong. Second chance, up and good for Andrew Brugink. It's now 10 second chance points for the Warriors in this game. They lead 31-26.
We look at it too, 18 of their points have come in the paint. So, like we said earlier on, they're really good. The Warriors pride themselves on driving inside and getting those second chance points and the quick layups that they get. So Cougars have to make some adjustments on the defensive sides to eliminate their drives.
To Golding at the top. Wants to drive. Now to Resnikoff. Tough shot, right hand is up and good. Cougars back within 3. (31-28). Resnikoff's had a good game thus far, 8 points. Inside, tough shot, no good. Resnikoff now right side, Riddell. Now to Hatton. Round the circle, turns around, left hand, layup's good, and it's a 1-point game.
Great job by Hatton, utilizing his huge body and frame. Nice pivot into the lane.
CUC now shooting 53% from the floor in the contest thus far. They've also limited their threes on the Wisconsin Lutheran side over the last few minutes as a turnaround jumper is good in the lane. It's a 3-point game. Breakneck pace by both teams thus far. Resnikoff wanted to drive, got cut off. Now to Golding. Golding around the circle in the lane. Lots of contact, shot no good. Kind of forced that one up in the lane.
Yeah, it's one of those shots that Coach Kohler wouldn't want to see, but, you know.
Tough layup is no good, but they're going to get a late whistle and free throws coming here for WLC.
Lots of fouls early on called on both teams. It's a physical game, and the refs are trying to control it right now.
Fouls on Hatton, his second, so we'll see how the Cougars want to play this. The remaining 8:09 here in the first half. Going to line to shoot 2 will be number 30, Caleb Goldstein. First of 2 is up and good. Goldstein, a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line here so far. Came in 80% from the line, 8 for 10 on the season. Subs on both sides. 34-30 your score, 8:09 remaining here in the first half. Second free throw good, and it's a 2-possession game. Meeks with it, wants to go around Van Creek, got cut off. Kicks, Resnikoff for 3, it's too strong. CUC now 1 for their last 5 from downtown. They started off hot from deep, but have cooled off. Van Creek pull-up jumper at the free throw line, no good. Resnikoff with the rebound. Wanted to feed it ahead to Gladney, but had it picked off. The 6th CUC turnover in this half. Tough shot, Van Creek no good. Second chance here, shot and a foul will result in 2 free throws. Made that 8 offensive rebounds here for the Warriors in the first half.
Yeah, that's not good right now for the Cougars, especially with these chances. And the Cougars now have gotten the Warriors into the bonus. So if any time they get these fouls off the rebounds, it's going to be free throws for the Warriors.
First free throws up and good at the line is Matty Farner. First free throws up and good. Farner on the season a 90% free throw shooter. He's 10 for 11. Six-point lead becomes 7 here with 7:30 remaining in the half. Kenta Jones running the point for the Cougars. Now 20 to shoot as the Cougars get set up in the offense. Jones being picked up by Wojcik. Now to Resnikoff. Rainbow pass inside Gladney. Short jumper, good touch by the big man there. Gladney now with 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Both teams shooting near 50% from the floor here in the half. Turnaround jumper in the lane as Brugink just backed the Cougars down and into the lane there. Brugink now with 10 points, first to reach double figures from either side. Meeks at the top, picked up by Van Crete. Now to Kenta Jones. Jones, tough shot in the lane, no good. Second chance, Jalen Meeks, no good. CUC's got a few offensive rebounds in their own right, but only 3 second chance points off of 6 offensive rebounds. Van Crete threw 3 Cougar defenders, and he'll lay it in, and Coach Kohler has seen enough. He wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take one, too. 41-32 your score. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Alongside me, Carter Gledhill with our fantastic CSN crew. Carter, it's been a back-and-forth game. What do you need to see from this Cougar team coming out of the timeout?
I mean, the Cougars are fine offensively right now. They've been doing okay. You know, they've been driving, putting pressure on the Warriors, and their 3-ball has been okay. I think the one thing the Cougars just got to sharpen up on is their defensive side. As long as they can clean that up, I think, and limit some of the scoring and damage from offensive rebounds of the Warriors, they're going to be just fine down the stretch.
Brent Hannon coming in. He's playing with those 2 personal fouls as the Cougars nearly threw that one out of bounds. 15 to shoot to Hatton on the right side. Thought about a 3, gets picked up by Brugink. Kick, Gladney, 3 from the left corners, no good, and they said it hit off the shot clock. It'll be Warrior ball. Warriors on a 10-2 run here over the last 3 minutes. CUC 1 for their last 6 from the floor. Drive inside, and an offensive foul as Hatton took a shoulder right to the chest by Zach Zuliger, the 6'4", 192-pound sophomore.
Sometimes those charges early on coming out of a timeout, when you know you got to stop the offense for the Warriors, Cougars doing one of those is going to really put some doubt into the Warriors' mind if they keep going, as long as some of these players get into foul trouble for the Warriors.
First time we will see Jackson Gaddy, the 6-foot freshman guard from Louisville, Kentucky. He'll run the point for the Cougars, landing Gladney on the bench alongside Kenta Jones. Meeks skips it across to Amos. He'll spot up, good look for 3 right side, and he buries it.
Nice job by Meeks finding the open ground on the wing right there.
Back to a 6-point game. CUC now 5 of 12 shooting from deep. CUC, a team that struggles shooting the long ball this season at times. They are 36 for 106 as that one's off the mark. Offensive board put back up and in out of the hands of Zuliger. Meeks got knocked off on a screen. Spin move left side. Tough shot is good. Brent Hatton having a strong start to his night. 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Layup right hand. Little man got under Resnikoff there.
Yeah, you know, that's just something with the little man being too quick for the big man. We're not moving his feet on the baseline right there.
And give Steedy a little credit. He still stands at 5'10", so not a small man by any means. Tough shot, turn around in the lane, Charlie Resnikoff. First Cougar to reach double figures tonight. He's got 10. And that's a travel. The whole Cougar bench stood up. I think they might have came onto the court if that wasn't called. Just the 4th WLC turnover here in the half. 4:21 remaining in our opening 20 minutes. 6-point WLC lead. If you like offense and a lot of shooting, you're in for a good one here thus far. Both teams shooting 50% or better from the floor. WLC out rebounding CUC 20-14. A lot of that has to do with the offensive rebounds. 9 offensive rebounds for the Warriors. Meeks has it, kicks it across. Riddell, open look, Gaddy for 3, right side, no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped around, and finally WLC comes away with it. Good pump fake, Van Crete thought about a 3. CUC did a good job getting back in transition. Now to Van Crete, trying to go to work on Hatton's. Got to be careful with the 2 personal fouls. Turnaround jumper's good.
Not much Hatton could do there. That was just great play. That was just a great turnaround there by Van Crete.
Van Crete with 8 on the night. Gaddy now to Meeks, and they'll swing it around the circle. Resnikoff 3 from the corner is good. He's been the hot shooter for the Cougars. He's 5 of 7 with 13 points. Cougars trap in a corner, but it'll leave a baseline 3 that works out as a pseudo pass. 17-footer for Van Crete is good. He's got 10.
Again, another man open there for the nobody even within about 5 feet of him to get the rebound. Nice and 1 there by Jalen Meeks.
Jalen Meeks gets into double figures with the take to the basket right there, and he gets his Cougar team back within 5.
3rd and 1 already.
We talk about Resnikoff a bit. He's already got a season-high 13 points. The one win CUC had in this young season, he had a very good night. He had 12 points. Already with 13, Jalen Meeks playing well for CUC as well. 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting with 4 rebounds, and he'll add on with the free throw there.
After the game for Wisconsin Lutheran #1, Randy Johnson Jr. And for
2:58 remaining here in the first half. 49-45 your score. WLC in the bonus. Actually, both teams will be in the bonus here for the remainder of the half. Into the post, now kick back out. Gladney picking up at the top. Trying to drive on Gladney. Flip inside, now 10 to shoot. Thought about a pull-up 3. Good Cougar defense. Step back 3, hoisted up, and good.
That was a great
shot
possession
by Randy Johnson.
Great possession by the Warriors right there, moving the ball, and you could see their idea of just kicking it away, a couple quick moves on the backside, and getting open right there.
And you talk about CUC, they play good defense down to nearly the buzzer. Resnikoff nearly gets it taken away inside, but a foul will put him at the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Sometimes even when you play your best defense, lucky shot like that from deep at 3 just goes in. That happens.
Resnikoff to go to line to shoot 2 here. He is 1 for 1 from the free throw line so far today. First free throw is good, and he'll get 1 more. Resnikoff on the season, a 65% free throw shooter. Is 2 for 2 from the line so far. Trying to bring it back to a 5-point game with 2:13 remaining here in the first half. And he does.
Resnikoff on his own hot streak of his own, 5 for 6 from the field right now.
Swing around, pump fake and drive inside by Johnson, and it's going to get tied up. Possession arrow favors WLC, so they'll keep it. 2:01 remaining here in the half. Both teams 5 for their last 6 from the field. We keep saying there's some really good shooting displays being put on by both sides. Under 15 to shoot here. Tough shot in the face of Resnikoff, no good. Rebound brought down by Gladney, his second. Amos has it. Step back, 18-footer is good in the face of Andrew Wojcik.
Great job creating that separation with the crossover for Amos. Really nice job there.
And an offensive foul called on Wojcik. And it'll be Cougar ball, a chance to tie it up.
Huge right here. See what the Cougars are going to do. Maybe they'll kick it to Resnikoff in the corner.
91 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Glad you've joined us here on the Saturday afternoon, championship Saturday when you look at the college football ranks. But a very early season NACC matchup here. Zio Golding to the rim, and he throws it down a hammer.
Get out, caught a body.
1 point game here at Geiseman.
See the bench already getting up, cheering on the team now. Everybody's still in awe of that amazing hop right there.
Drive to the rim, and they're going to get Golding for a block. He slid over. He was set, but that last second you saw him move over to his right.
Great job by the official there. Did you see that?
So the foul is on Zio Golding, his first, I believe. 2-shot foul, sending Randy Johnson Jr. to the line. First of 2 is no good. Johnson on the season had not attempted a free throw. For his career, a 70% shooter. One more coming here, trying to make it a 2-point game, and he does.
Expect the Cougars to wind down the shot clock as much as possible so they don't give the Warriors as much time as they need.
Or you can go quick and get a 2-for-1.
We'll see.
O'Donnell with it at the top. Golding wants it underneath. Backing down Johnson. No, shot was just too strong off back iron. 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Backing down Amos inside. Easy jumper from Brugink inside the paint. Brugink now with 12 points for the Warriors. CUC can basically take the last shot if they want it. Tenths of seconds the difference between the shot clock and game clock. 4-point game here at Geiseman. Golding needs help, and he's going to get called for a travel.
Saw Coach Kohler over there trying to tell his guys he wants a set play to run. Didn't know there was confusion on the Cougars offense on what they were going to do.
That's the 7th CUC turnover here in what's been an exciting first half. 12.1 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Here from Geiseman. Warriors trying to add on to their 4-point lead here in the waning seconds of the first half. O'Donnell picking up Wojcik. Wojcik driving, floater up, no good, and the Cougars will come away with it, and that will take us to the half. Carter, glad we got a 15-minute break to catch our breath. What an exciting first half.
That was impressive on both sides of the ball. I think I was most impressed with the shooting for the Cougars. 52% from the field and 42% from behind the arc. Very exciting for the Cougars on the offensive side. And Zio Golding putting an exclamation mark on it with that huge dunk at the end.
And Charlie Resnikoff really guided this Cougar offense when they needed him.
Yeah, he's been huge, really stepped up. 15 points already for the Cougars, and he's 2 for 3 behind the arc. I mean, we talked about him in the pregame show as well. Hatton with 7 points. He's been very beneficial, too, for the Cougars.
And then on the Warriors side, Brugink, we talked about, he's going to be one that scores a lot. And then Van Creet's done a very good job using his size and his athleticism, getting into the paint and knocking down some shots.
And that's one of the biggest differences we've seen already in this half is just the athletic ability for the Warriors and their ability to just create that space with the bodies that they have and the size advantages once they get into the paint. I mean, we touched on it too. I mean, they have an insane amount of points in the paint with 32.
Halftime here at Geiseman. We're going to take a break. Get you set up with second half action in just a little bit. 55-51, Warriors lead it after an exciting first half here at Geiseman. We will get you set up with second half action in just a little bit. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park, eat more chicken. Cougar basketball also presented by Chicago Motor Coach. Chicago Motor Coach, the official transportation provider of CUC Athletics. Halftime here at Geiseman, 55-51, Warriors. probably just don't need to do as many. Back here inside Geiseman Gymnasium, once again, I'm CJ Sellner, alongside me, Carter Gledhill, with our fantastic crew, Taylor Kolosowicz, Kelly Goody, Julie Spitelli, and Ryan McGree. Glad you could be here with us. An exciting first half, had a great halftime performance by the Misericordia Special Olympics student athletes. It's a great day here at Geiseman thus far.
It's been exciting. It's gotten everything from dunks. We've had three-point shootout here. It's just been an all-out, overall great game by both teams so far.
Cougars trail the Warriors 55-51 here at the halftime break. Leading all scoring for CUC is Charlie Resnikoff with 15 points. Andrew Brewink has 12 for the Warriors in 18 minutes of play. Only foul trouble on the CUC side was Brent Hatton. The freshman had 7 points early, got in a little bit of foul trouble. Didn't see him a lot late in that first half. Both teams shooting above 50% from the floor in that first half, and both nearly shooting 40% plus from deep. It's been a fun one here in Geiseman thus far this afternoon. Glad you could join us here. We'll get you scores around the NAC here in just a few moments. So, Carter, as we get ready for the second half here, what are your thoughts? What does CUC has to improve on to erase this 4-point deficit? And on the flip side, what does WLC have to continue to keep doing well to continue to build on their position?
Well, one thing the Warriors have been doing really well so far in this game is just attacking the paint and getting those second chance points. That's been a killer so far for the Cougars, as a majority of the Warriors' points come in the paint with 32 of the 55. That's one thing that the Warriors have been doing really well, and the Cougars just have to rebound better, as they've been getting out-rebounded on the on offensive rebounds so far with their 5 to the Warriors' 10. One thing that really has been going well for the Cougars is dishing the ball out. We've talked about multiple players for the Cougars scoring the ball, and that comes with the Cougars leading in assists so far, 7 over the Warriors' 5. I mean, other than that, I think the Cougars are really good, set up so far to be ready to compete later on down the stretch here to win this game.
Scores around the NAC here, as most every game is actually at halftime or just a little bit after. Lakeland leading Marion 39-35 at the half. Dominican playing over in Lyle, trailing Benedictine 39-28. Concordia, Wisconsin leads Edgewood 38-34. Second half just underway in Mequon. And on the south side of Chicago, Illinois Tech leads MSOE 40-20. Second half action getting set to go here. Glad you chose to spend your Saturday afternoon watching us. Whether it's on your big screen, your phone, your tablet, or anything, we're glad you're here with us. CJ Sellner alongside me is Carter Gledhill as we get ready for second half basketball action. A very high-scoring, exciting first half. We expect a lot of the same. If you look at the numbers, though, it does not favor CUC. They're 0-4 this season when trailing at the half, so they will have to break that trend here this afternoon. Alongside our amazing crew, Kelly Goody, Julie Spitelli, Ryan McKee, our producer today, Taylor Kolosowicz. Second half just getting underway. Both teams going with the original starting fives. There's a little alley with a little layup, and the Cougars get on the board first here in the second half. Back to a 3-point ball game. First half featured a lot of different moving parts. There were 6 lead changes and 5 ties in that first half that featured a lot of different runs. Shot inside by Van Crete, no good with a lot of contact. Gladney doing a great job staying straight up. Meeks with contact in the lane, lays it up and in.
Been great today off the drive so far in the paint and getting and the contact. He's been strong through everything, and that's what makes him such a great player.
Meeks with 13 on 5 of 8 shooting. Tie game here at Geiseman. Van Crete kicks, good ball movement, passing on 3, driving inside, layup and a foul. Gladney swatted it away, but Caleb Goldstein will go to line. I think it was actually a bump inside.
Yeah, I don't think it was so much on the block.
2-shot foul. So fouls on Jalen Meeks, his second. 2 shots coming here for Goldstein. He's 4-4 from the free throw line so far today. First free throw is his first miss. One more free throw to come. Second free throw is up and good. Warriors take the lead back 56-55.
You see them looking on the trap in the top of the corner as well when they got that first pass.
Gladney needs an outlet, and his bounce pass gets stolen away.
Right idea, just not the right, just a little too late on the bounce pass.
Pull-up jumper, no good for Goldstein. Offensive rebound for the Warriors. They'll continue the possession. Swung around, good look for three. Right side is no good. Tipped out. Neil O'Donnell with a good hustle to save it. The pass, though, is a lot of bodies hit the floor all over the place. Warriors with it. Van Crete kicks it, and he threw it out of bounds.
One thing that I saw is interesting there is O'Donnell was forcing the Warriors to go to his weak hand there. It's something that the Cougars have been doing so far in this game. We'll see if they continue that down the stretch.
Warriors looking to trap here. Gets it inside Gladney. Van Crete nearly stole it away. Kicks. O'Donnell will step into a three from the left side. It's off back iron, no good. And the Warriors will run it down. WLC out rebounding CUC 25-17 so far this afternoon. Trying to drive on Meeks. Shot in the lane, and tough shots up and good for Andrew Brugink. He now has 14, leading the Warriors scoring this afternoon. Kick, Amos. O'Donnell spot up for three from the top off front iron. No good. Second chance. Jalen Meeks is good. Meeks now with 15. One-point game here. Van Crete driving on head. In the lane, has to kick it out. Crowd getting into it here at Geiseman. Open look for three from the top. The southpaw puts it up and in. Matty Farner now with 9 points, his first three of the afternoon. Three right side, long, no good. Tipped around, Meeks, offensive board, and they're going to get a foul called late. And Meeks will go to line to shoot two. Alex Van Crete not happy with the call. Two shots coming here for Jalen Meeks. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line today. Cougars have gotten close on a number of occasions here, but haven't been able to get over the hump when they get it down on the right side.
No, and it's just they come close, and then they've got a little like turnovers, start off the half. You know, it's just the little things right there that are keeping the Cougars from taking advantage of the miscues from the Warriors.
First free throw rattles home, making it a 3-point game. One more coming for Meeks. He now leads all scorers with 16. Second free throw is good, making it a 2-point game. Cougars picking up in the full court here. Meeks and an offensive foul as he got ran over there by Matty Farner. Cougars catch a break there. Foul on Farner is going to be his third personal. And Cougars will get the ball underneath. Cougars can tie or take the lead here on the possession. Just under 3 minutes in here to the second half. Amos has it, pump fakes. And he'll think better and back it out, and the Cougars will set up the offense. Right side, Hatton now will swing it. Amos for three. It's off back iron, no good. Meeks offensive board, and he'll have a chance to tie it up.
He's been electric in this game so far for the Cougars. Whenever that shot goes up, he's the first to collapse on the rim, and he's been doing a really good job. And you get rewarded when you get that hard work and drive in there and making the contact.
Jalen Meeks now with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Playing well here for CUC. Van Crete having words with one of our officials on the near side. And I believe might be blood on Brugink on the left, on the Warriors side. He's coming. I think he's actually going to stay in. And I believe they did change the foul there. They put it on Van Crete. They're going to put in first free throw up and good for Jalen Meeks. Meeks now with 18. Referees today, just reminding everybody, Ellis Miles Jr., Jeff Pearson, and Lionel Mitchell. Second free throw is good. Cougars picking up in the full court. Meek strips it away. Loose ball, and he just upended the Warriors. Making sure that Meeks is okay on the near side. He's slow to get up. He'll get charged with the foul. Good hustle as the Cougar faithful applaud that. And there's going to be a timeout taken by the Warriors. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. You're watching Cougar Basketball on the Cougar Sports Network. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sun alongside me, Carter Gledhill. Tie game here at Geiseman. It's Warriors ball coming out of the timeout. It's been all on the shoulders of Jalen Meeks here in the second half. 19.7 boards. Kick across. Warriors have done a good job getting into the paint. 34 of their 61 points coming in the paint so far today. Screen set, lead inside, layup good. That's a good pick and roll.
That was very nicely executed there. Really nice slip out of there too.
Warriors take the lead back 63-61. 18 lead changes in this game in total.
Another turnover there for the Cougars. They just got to stop forcing the ball right now.
And they're going to call a carry on WLC. That's their 9th turnover of the day. 63-61. Coming up on 15 to go. Hadn't thought about a three. He hasn't taken a shot here in the second half. Resnikov had a big first half for CUC. Tough shot in the lane is no good. Fight for the rebound. Golding has it, and he'll put it up and in. Golding threw down that monster dunk in the first half. He now has 4 points. Tied up at 63. Warriors ahead in transition. Shot no good. Offensive board put back up. Second chance rolls home. Zuliger now with 10. 3 left side for Hatton's no good. And they're going to go have a foul called, I believe it's on Resnikov. He got tangled up and kind of led the Warriors right into his own man.
Yeah. As much as we talked about Meeks, I mean, we haven't heard that much of Resnikov or Hatton so far until Hatton taking that last missed three.
Gladney comes away with it, and he throws one down. Tied up at 65. Inside, Warriors kick it around, nearly throw it out of bounds. At the top, drive inside, tough shot with the right hand is no good. But they're going to get a foul called on CUC, and we have 2 free throws coming. Fouls on Golding, his second, team 4th. 2 free throws coming here for Brugink. First is up and good. Brugink on the season a 75% free throw shooter and an 85% shooter for his career. Brugink now with 15 points.
Amos checked in for Reznikov as well.
Pregame just a rebound shy of a double-double on the night. He's the one we highlighted in the pregame that CUC was going to have to shut down. He's still going to have. He's been getting his points still. Jalen Meeks has shouldered the load so far for CUC. Not on the floor right now. Amos has it, wanted to flip it inside to Gladney, but it's knocked off the back wall by Goldstein, and it'll stay CUC ball with 15 to shoot. Rudell will have to back it out to Amos. Now 10 to shoot. Rudell trying to get a corner. Turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Brought away by Brewing.
Tough shot there, right, with the defender coming up with the hands up as well.
And they're going to get a foul called on the Cougars. I believe that's going to be against Neil O'Donnell. 15th foul already for CUC as the Warriors march towards the bonus. 14-12 remaining here in the second half. Bounce pass, baseline jumper is off the mark, but a second chance is put up and in by Alex Van Crete. Van Crete now with 12 points for the Warriors. Golding inside, tough shot, and they're going to get a foul called, and Golding will go to the line to shoot two. Fouls on Zuliger, his third. 2 free throws coming here for Zio Golding. Golding on the season 9 for 15 from the free throw line. Made that 10 for 16 now after the make. Trying to make it a 2-point game here at Geiseman with 13:53 remaining. Second free throw, rattles home. Warriors trying to break the Cougar full court pressure as CUC backs off. Inside, loose ball, Rudell will rip it away. Cougars with numbers in transition. Drive to the rim, Rudell's shot no good, second chance. Gladney's tip-in came up just short.
You see they had Amos in the corner over there. He was wide open, nobody was in 15 feet of him.
Baseline drive, good find, count it with a foul. Great find there by Caleb Goldstein. Find the big man, Zach Zuliger, underneath. The 6'4 sophomore puts it home and has a chance to add on one more.
One thing to look at for the Cougars right now, in the first half, they were shooting 52% from the field. Now only shooting 35%. Little decrease right now, and it's been a struggle since they can't get those shots up, and they've been struggling inside the paint too.
4-point WLC lead here, 13-18 remaining here in the second half. Amos lost it inside and had it ripped away by Biesterfeld. Bounce inside Van Crete, quick turnaround off back iron, no good. Meeks has it, Van Crete on his hip. Cougars didn't have numbers, so he backs it out. Golding has it, baseline three, right side, corner pocket, it's good.
Swish it around, great ball movement there from the Cougars. You got to continue that, though, and you see what happens when you get the Warriors defenders on their heels.
CUC doing a good job when they're moving that ball quickly, like you said, and making them chase a little bit, because CUC does show that athleticism.
A lot of big bodies for the Warriors, or you have size down, too.
Meeks comes away with it here. This could give the Cougars a lead, and he'll lay it home.
There you go.
Cougars with a 1-point advantage here. They last led in this game with 12:04 remaining in the first half. Cougar faithful getting into it. Turnaround jumper in the lane is good, and WLC grabs the lead back. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of this over this next 12 minutes.
We're going to see a lot of punches thrown between the Cougars and the Warriors. It's just going to be who outlasts the other. It's going to come down to defense late in the game.
Golding feeling it from the corner, and it rims out. CUC has not shot the three well in the second half. They are now 1 for 7 from deep. It's already getting to bonus time as a foul's called on CUC. 1-1 situation already.
Warriors as a team are 71% from the free throw line. It's not something that you want to see when you get the bonus to a team when you're only halfway through the half.
Fouls on Kenta Jones. 1-1 situation here for the Warriors. It will be Trevor Steedy at the line. Front end of the 1-1 is good. Steedy on the season, a perfect now 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Second free throw is up and good, and it's a 3-point Warrior advantage.
Looking at the stat sheet so far, the Cougars are 1-0 and they've scored over 100 points, and with the battle that it's going to, they've been looking that way and getting the threes down. One thing to look for, though, is that they're 0-1 when allowing 100 points or more.
Gladney inside. He backs his man down and puts it up and in. Gladney now with 12 points and 4 boards. Jones picking up here defensively. Screen set around the top. Hesitation kick. And an offensive foul and a moving screen will wave off the shot attempt. Foul will be on number 23 of the Warriors, Van Crete, and that's his 4th. He's in foul trouble here with 11:23 remaining. It's a timeout on the floor, a full one. We'll take one too. Catch our breath here. 11:23 remaining here in this one. 75-74 WLC. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sunner. Alongside me, Carter Gledhill and the rest of our CSN crew. 1-point game here at Geiseman, under 11.5 remaining. What an exciting game this has been thus far.
It's been a crazy game. These teams have been throwing punches, and each one's been answering. It's going to be exciting to see down the stretch as we have another 11 minutes to play in this half. What's going to happen?
High post, Jalen Meeks. Jumper good from 10. Meeks now with 23. Cougars lead this one 76-75. Pass tip, Meeks comes away with it. He'll feed it ahead, Amos has it. He'll lay it up and in. Cougars with a 3-point advantage.
Cougars are going to be utilizing their speed late in this half, especially with some of these bigger bodies from the Warriors that can't keep up with them. And you see if they keep moving the ball around, they'll be fine.
3 from the corners off the mark. Offensive board is tipped away, and it'll be Cougar ball, trying to make this a 2-possession game. Meeks with a season high of 23, trying to add on. Off back iron, Gladney with the offensive board. Continues. Amos with a good look from the corner, no good. Fight for the rebound, and the Warriors will come away with it. Hatton nearly came away with the steal there. Open 3 from the left side is good, and it's 78 all.
Started off on that possession. There's a lack of communication with some confusion on who has who. Hopefully they sharpen that up on the next drive.
78 all. Meeks in the high post. Looking to drive, nearly had it ripped away. Kenta Jones bounces it to Meeks, floats one up, and it's good. And we have a timeout on the floor taken by the Cougars. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Meeks well on his way. His career high is 33 points, which he set on December 1st, so a little past 6 years to the day, or excuse me, let's try that again. 6 days to the year.
Yes. There you go.
Close, little over that.
All right.
Math isn't the strongest suit at this point, but man, he had a good game.
Yeah, he's been really impressive, as we talked about. Some of these guys, the Warriors have been able to shut down Hatton and Resnikoff in the second half, and Meeks has just been that exploding force and the X factor pretty much in the comeback of the Cougars so far to give them the lead here.
9:27 remaining in this one. Cougars leading by 2. I like that timeout there by Coach Kohler, because slowing the game down, you have 3 timeouts left. It's a good time to, after a made basket, you can set up that press with the 2-point lead. You also, as you talked about, there was a little miscommunication down on this side. Getting that kind of ironed out is important.
Yeah, and it's a great call by him. And like you said, just communication and just fixing the small stuff so that way they can be fine earlier.
Backed out, now 20 to shoot. Resnikoff went for the steal but came up empty. Good job recovering there. Trying to back down is Brugink. Needs an outlet. Good look for 3 from the left wing is good out of the hands of Caleb Goldstein.
And that's one of the things, if you get the defense to collapse inside, it's very easy for the Warriors to kick it out to the outside of the arc to get that 3.
Goldstein now with 11. He's knocked down 2 triples. Jones wants to drive, nearly traveled. Now to Resnikoff, who had it ripped away by Andrew Wojcik. And they're going to get a foul on Kenta Jones. Foul on Jones will be his second personal. Cougars over the limit, so it's a 1-and-1 situation, sending the Warriors to the line. It'll be Andrew Wojcik at the line, the 5'10 senior guard from Brookfield, Wisconsin. Wojcik for the season, a 92% free throw shooter. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. WLC has shot the free throw very well as the Cougars. They're now 13 of 17 on the day. CUC is 11 for 12. One more free throw coming here for a chance to make it a full 3-point game, and it's good. Wojcik now with 5. Left side, Hatton drives it across now to Jones. Amos has it, wants to drive left side. Turnaround jumper in the lane is good. Friendly Geiseman roll makes it a 1-point game once again. Amos now with 9. Cougars picking up in the full court. Wojcik drives and kicks. Baseline 3 is up and rims in and out for Goldstein. Ahead, Amos. Backdoor cut, Hatton. Spin move, kicks it out. Meeks, open look, baseline 3 is just off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and Wojcik will come away with it. WLC with a mismatch in the post. Kenta Jones is guarding Zuliger. CUC able to switch off of it. Wojcik pump fakes, wants to drive on Meeks. Kicks, and Goldstein passed up on a 3. Drive inside, and they're going to get a foul on the way up called on CUC, and we'll have 2 free throws.
Cougars have been really doing a good job so far on the defensive side, but it's really felt like in the last couple seconds it just falls apart for them, either on a foul or just leaving a guy open in the corner.
Fouls on Resnikoff, his 3rd personal. 2 free throws coming here, and the first is up and good for Brugink. He's now a perfect 3 for 3. He has a double-double on the night now, 19 points and 10 boards to go along with 5 assists. He's as good as advertised as what we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job so far.
Van Crete in foul trouble for this Warriors team. He has 4. Farner has 3. As a second free throw is up and good. Foul trouble on the CUC side. Meeks has 3, and Resnikoff has 3. Everybody else with 2 or 1. Back to a 3-point advantage here for WLC. 7:20 remaining here in the second half. Next foul will put the Warriors in the double bonus for the rest of the day. Hatton steps into a three with a pump fake, gets off the mark. Van Crete back in the game, playing with those 4 personal fouls. Interesting choice having him in at this point. And it was Wojcik to the rim, and he'll shoot 2 as he got Neil O'Donnell on his hip, showing a good burst of speed from the 3-point line.
Cougars really have been struggling with the 3-point ball so far in this half. Only 1 for 11. Really shows how they've cooled off Resnikoff and Hatton so far.
2 more free throws coming here for the Warriors. Number 3, Wojcik, and the first is up and good. Landon Gladney comes back into the CUC lineup. 4-point WLC advantage. They've had the lead out to as many as 9. CUC's last lead came at the 10-minute mark when they led at the 9.5-minute mark when they led 80-78. Double bonus the rest of the way here for the Warriors, leading by 5. Left side, Golding into the post. Gladney needs an outlet. Golding working to get open. O'Donnell left wide open from the top. His 3 rims in and out. Hatton for inside, and he got hit on the arm hard, and they missed that one. They'll keep it with CUC, but it looked like he got grabbed right across the right arm as he was trying to go up with the layup.
I think I could have heard the slap from up here, but obviously I don't know what happened there.
5-point game here, 6:40 remaining. Golding to inbound underneath, 19 to shoot. They'll run Amos off the screen. He'll get things started. Golding has it, wants to back his man down. Inside, too strong off the backboard. Biesterfeld's given up 25 pounds inside. That's a good matchup for CUC, especially with Golding's strength. Got to be able to put the finishing touches on it, though. Screen set, drive to the hoop, layup, and that's way too easy as Brugink was left a wide open lane to the rim.
Miscommunication again for the Cougars. As we saw, usually you have someone on the midline there to help out. You see Coach Kohler calling the timeout again, trying to readdress his team.
Timeout taken on the floor by head coach Steve Kohler. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take one too. 6:08 remaining here in the second half. 89-82 your score. Coming out of the timeout here, glad you could join us here. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A Melrose Park, eat more chicken. 7-point WLC advantage here. Coming out of the timeout, CUC will have 2 remaining, WLC with 3. WLC on a 11-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 26 seconds, and a lot of that's been miscommunications for CUC defensively.
Yeah, and we've seen it too. Coach Kohler was telling about, like, he was actually coaching the guys through an offensive play that was set up on the last possession. So hopefully that changes.
Golding from 15 feet, unable to put it. Gladney fighting for the rebound inside, second chance, still fighting for it, and WLC finally comes away, and they're going to get Golding for a foul, and WLC will go shoot the double bonus. Brugink with 22 points and 10 rebounds so far. That is a season high in rebounds, his first double-double of the season. That is the 5th time in 7 tries that he's now reached 20-plus points. The only team to keep him under 20 was Concordia, Wisconsin, back on November 27th. Jalen Meeks back into the game for CUC, as Neil O'Donnell will take a seat. Chance with one more free throw here for Matty Farner as he reaches double figures. Now 5 WLC Warriors in double figures. Brugink, Farner, Van Crete, Goldstein, and Steedy. And Zuliger. So 6. I missed him at the bottom of the page.
And it's really come off those second chance points for a lot of those tip-ins or easy layups that have been pretty easy going for the Warriors on the offensive side.
Bounce passes it to Meeks on the right side. Needs an outlet here. It'll be out. Amos to the rim. Tough shot with contact. It's good. Amos reaches double figures. He's the 4th Cougar to do so. He has 11. Cougars trying to speed this game up a little bit to use their athleticism. Coming up on the final 5 minutes. Swing right side. Van Crete trying to go around Meeks. Good job staying down on the pump fake. Van Crete wants to go baseline again. Round 2 Cougars. Short shot in the lane. No good. Meeks comes away with the rebound.
There he goes. He's got his double-double now.
Left side Golding trying to go to work on his man, and that's the right call. They got him on a carry. He hesitated, thought about coming back to his left, then decided to come back right. It was a pretty easy call for referee Jeff Pearson in the corner.
And you mentioned it too. He has 20 pounds on the defender right there. He's just got to keep going in and don't doubt himself.
Defender falls, no call. Golding to the rim, and he will lay it in with the right hand. Coach Aaron Ananson is up in arms on the far side.
You see the Cougars right now setting up into a 1-3-1 soft zone. Look for them to try to trap in the corner.
Back to a 5-point game. Skip pass across. Open 3 from the left side. Rattles home.
And that's the disadvantage you have in the 1-3-1. If you get those quick passes like the Warriors just did, you're able to rotate it around and someone is going to be open. And it was just so happened to be Brugnick with the 3.
Brugnick with his first 3, and Cougars counter with a 3 of their own. They needed it there. 4:10 remaining. 3 left side is good, and a big counter out of the hands of Goldstein. He has 14.
Some sort of.
So did they wave it off?
I don't know. It's something, though. Something happened with Wojcik. Something happened there.
Not quite sure. I think we do finally have a timeout called on the floor. So we'll take 1, 2, and get this all sorted out. 4:03 remaining here at Geiseman. 97-89 your score. We'll take a break and get you set up when we return. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium once again. I'm CJ Sellner alongside Carter Gledhill. Glad you could join us here. So getting an explanation as it just went over the PA from Jim Egan over on the far side. It was a flopping warning given after the play to Wojcik. So anything after that now would be a technical. 3 still counts, though, making it an 8-point WLC advantage. Meeks needs an outlet. Amos with a good look for three. It's off front iron, no good. Golding's there for the rebound. Meeks will cue up a three of his own near side, no good. Gladney with the offensive board, still no good. A lot of contact underneath.
No fouls.
Hatton will step back. Cougars need to take a second to gather their offense. Each possession becoming more critical. Tough shot in the lane, and Meeks will rattle it home.
Guess if they can't get the foul or the drive in the easy way under the rim, they're going to do it the hard way. Nice job by Meeks right there.
Meeks now with 27. Defensive possessions become critical here in a 6-point game late.
Cougars still sticking with that 1-3-1 soft look, kind of.
Warriors trying to get to 100 points for the second time this season. Golding with the rebound. Looking to push forward in transition. Lots of contact. Tough shot is good. I actually like the no call there. The Warrior defense did a great job staying straight up. Golding tried to sell it a little bit, but he's able to put it home regardless.
That's just sheer strength right there. You can see he's just owning the man as he's driving to the basket.
Warriors in the double bonus, a 4-point game. Coming up on 2.5 remaining. Now under 10 to shoot as the Warriors burn some clock. Long skip pass. Queuing up a deep three, and off the mark is Pregame. CUC trying to make it a one-possession game here. Meeks through traffic in the lane, and he'll put it out high off the glass and in. 1-point game. Excuse me, one-possession game. Warriors ahead now. They'll back it out and burn some clock, and we're going to have a timeout taken by WLC. They'll have one remaining. Geiseman Gymnasium's getting into it once again. We got a ball game.
Cougars on a 6-0 run right now, looking really good. And you see, as long as they're attacking the paint right there. They're doing a great job drawing contact, too, from the Warriors.
2:03 remaining here at Geiseman, 2-point game. I think at this point you're running everything through Jalen Meeks and Zeo Golding because they've created such a matchup problem across the board for WLC.
Yes, they're the two guys that have been getting the ball so far in the game, and they've just been owning every defender that's been put on them. So I mean, unless probably coach is going to be drawing up something for the Cougars to even get the ball into them even more, but look for the Cougars to take those jump shots and especially be pushing on the fast break because as you've seen in the last couple of possessions, the Warriors have been a little slower getting up the court.
WLC coming out of the timeout here, leads by 2 with 2:03 remaining. Golding with a season-high 13 points thus far. Resnikoff also having a good game with the season-high. He has not scored here in the second half. Coming out of the timeout here as we reach the 2-minute warning. Cougars could use a stop here. He'll be backed out here. Bruging drives past Amos, and he'll lay it in. Amos got it just cut off, and that's an easy layup to make it a 2-possession game once again. 100 seconds remaining in this one. It's been an exciting one here at Geiseman. Meeks through traffic, lots of contact, no good.
That looked a little bit forced by Meeks there. He had 3 guys around him. Not something you want to do, especially with a 2-possession game coming here.
Warriors will back it out, and they'll burn some clock here, leading by 4. CUC with 2 timeouts remaining, WLC with 1. Van Crete bounces it off. Looking to drive inside, tough shot from the free throw line off back iron, no good. Cougars come away with it. Final minute of play in this one.
Biggest thing here for the Cougars is not forcing anything on the offensive side. You have plenty of time to get a good shot off.
Resnikoff now to Golding in the right wing. Golding trying to back his man down. Fadeaway jumper in the lane, goes home. 44.5 seconds remaining, and they're going to get a timeout in before the inbound pass. So we will have it. It has to be a full timeout, so we'll take one too. 44.5 seconds remaining. It's what's been an entertaining game here at Geiseman. Coming out of the timeout here at Geiseman, glad you could join us here. It's been a fun one. Along with my fantastic CSN crew, I'm CJ Sellner. 44.5 seconds remaining in this one. It'll be Warrior ball. Carter, you have options here. You could foul and try to drag this game out, or you could play defense here with a 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
The biggest thing, I would not, in my opinion, if I was coaching, I would not foul. I would put the pressure on right now. And as you see, Coach Kohler made up some kind of press play this situation. You don't want to send a guy to the line with the kind of time you have and how well the Warriors have been shooting the free throw to make it a two-possession game.
Crowd on their feet here inside Geiseman. CUC electing to play defense here. Skipped across. Meeks picks up Brugink. He's the one you expected him to go to, and he has it ripped away. Meeks has it 2-on-2, and he dribbled it in.
Oh, they got a foul.
Foot. They got an offensive foul, as it's going to be a charge on Meeks. He dribbled it off his foot. The Warriors did a great job getting back in transition, though.
Yeah, Meeks was met by a wall of Warrior defenders, and that's what caused the pressure.
So the turnover and offensive foul, it is the fourth on Meeks. So it'll be Warrior ball. Now you have to foul with 18.5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you have to.
And we're going to have a timeout taken on the floor by WLC, so we'll take one too. That's their final timeout. It's a full one, 99-97, 18.5 seconds remaining here at Geiseman. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium once again, I'm CJ Son alongside Carter Hill and the rest of our CSN crew. Cougar basketball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A of Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Carter, 18.5 seconds remaining. You said something when we were off camera there. You don't have to foul immediately if you want to play defense well in your press.
Right, and the Cougars defense, what they had in the their first full court press is they trapped the first pass. If the Cougars allow for them to trap the first pass, you pick off the pass that comes after in the second pass. If that ball gets past half court, you have to foul.
Landon Gladney will be on it. It's Biesterfeld to inbound. Cougars double. He's in trouble. WLC's out of timeouts. They break the pressure, and they're going to foul Brugink with 11 seconds exactly showing on the clock here in the North Gym at Geiseman. Amos will be charged with his second foul. Brugink is a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line today. Brugink on his career an 85% free throw shooter. This is where WLC has been very good today. They're 20 of 24 as a team, and the first one comes up short. So regardless, CUC could have a chance here to tie.
Cougars have one timeout left. They're probably if they get the ball here, kick it out, and they're going to probably call a timeout to draw some kind of play up for the rest of the half.
WLC didn't have anybody in the lane. They put them in now.
Now you have to. It's huge here. Let's see if the Cougars can get that defensive rebound.
Second free throw is good. 3-point game, and we have a timeout taken by head coach Steve Kohler. That'll be the final timeout for CUC. It's a full timeout. 100-97. We even broke our scoreboard.
There you go. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to be coming out of the call here, because on the day, Jalen Meeks has 5 turnovers. So I wouldn't necessarily put him at the point here. I would have him off to the side as a kick-out option for someone coming off.
We'll take a quick timeout, get you set up. 11 seconds remaining here at Geiseman. Back here inside Geiseman Gymnasium, once again, glad you could join us here. 197, Carter. If you're the Warriors here defensively, how do you play this with 11 seconds to go?
Probably I would go into a full court press, making sure that Meeks can't get up the floor that easy if he has the ball. However, I would foul if you get to the chance where it's going to be an open shot. The Warriors do have the option, and they have one foul to give as they only have 5 on the half.
It'll be Golding, O'Donnell, Gladney, Amos, and Meeks on the floor.
Meeks in the bottom right corner.
And they're going to foul O'Donnell here with 7.2 seconds remaining. So CUC will shoot on the next one. So foul is on Randy Johnson Jr., his second. Now they'll get Brent Haddon into the game for Golding. You will also see for the Warriors, number 24, Drew Bernigan, the 6-foot sophomore from Marquesan, Wisconsin, into the game. Another situation, you could foul, and if you're WLC, you could try to extend this game a little bit.
Yeah, you could.
Inbound will go long. Amos, good look for 3, and it's good! Amos ties it up at 100!
Play some defense here, stay true.
Warriors now with a look at the buzzer, and it's no good, and we're going to overtime here at Geiseman.
What a great play from Cougars coming out of the sideline. They struggled all day with communication from play-by-play, and you can see that with the Warriors who actually had the miscommunication, they're kicking it over with Amos draining the 3.
100-100. We'll take a break, get you set up. We're going to overtime here at Geiseman thanks to Rashawn Amos from the right corner. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium, I'm CJ Sellner alongside Carter Gledhill and the rest of our CSN crew as we head to overtime here. It was a perfectly drawn play. Rashawn Amos got a great look from the right side.
And that's what they were looking. It was someone that the Warriors, they eliminated Meeks, and they just tossed it over. Great pass by Hatton all the way across the court to Amos, and just putting the dagger right there. That was a fantastic draw up by Coach Collar.
You have a team that has – neither team has played in an overtime game this season. CUC played in 2 last year. One of those inside Geiseman, one of those at Rockford. CUC was 1-1 in overtime games last year. 100-100 as we play an extra 5 minutes here today. Now we have to talk about foul trouble on both sides. When you look at Van Crete, who's been playing with 4 since midway through that second half, then Meeks also has 4. That's a key one for CUC right now.
Yeah, you look for the Warriors to try to exploit him a little bit and to drive on him to force that foul, as you see right there.
Kick, O'Donnell for 3 from the left corner. Cougars with a 103-100 lead.
Biggest thing here for the Cougars is just staying true. Don't get too jumpy with the Warriors.
Neither team in a overtime game this season. CUC trying to spoil a perfect record for the Warriors so far in the NAC play. Baseline drive, and they're going to get a jump ball, possession arrow favoring WLC. They'll have 5 to shoot here. As our 2 referees are having a discussion right underneath on the NAC sign, as you can see on our screen here.
They're calling a foul.
So I believe they called. So they say no jump ball. They're going to call a foul on Landon Gladney. his second, so 2 free throws coming here for Wojcik, who's a perfect 4 for 4, make that 5 for 5. 103-101. Second free throw is good. Wojcik now with 9 points. One-point Cougar lead here, under 4 to play in our first overtime. Meeks runs a man off. Tough shot in the lane. He went down hard underneath the hoop. He's slow to get up. And he looks to be all right. That man's played hard all day long, and he's going to deserve a nice ice bath after this one.
Oh, yes. With the day he's had, he's really carried this Cougars team and was the driving X-factor energy source in the second half for them in the comeback that they just entailed.
He's 4 points shy of his career high 33. He has 2 free throws coming here. He's 6 of 7 from the free throw line so far. They wipe the floor clean, gives Meeks a chance to catch his breath. Meeks has played the second most minutes out of any Cougar. Sean Amos has played the most with 33. Brugnick has played nearly all the minutes for WLC as that first free throw is off the mark for Meeks. It might be a situation here if Meeks is hobbled a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised in the early part of this overtime period if you see some offensive defensive flip-flopping when you can for Coach Kohler. Second free throw for Meeks is good, and it's a 2-point game.
And that's what you say. They're taking him out and putting Riddell in, giving him that break that he needs. Just a breather, too. Make sure he's all right because they're going to need him down the stretch.
104-102 here inside Geiseman right now. Cougars still picking up in the full court. Both teams in the bonus. WLC in the double bonus. Swung right side, Brugnick. Wants to drive against Gladney. Tough shot, no good. Second chance, put up and in. Great find there. Matty Farner, off balance, is able to put it up and in.
8th rebound on the day for Farner, and he's been getting a lot of his points from just those really quick back second chance points.
13 now for Farner, tied up at 104. Left side, Amos, trying to create some space. He'll shoot a 3. That's off front iron, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Van Creten. His day's done.
Yeah, he kind of bodied the defender, the Cougar offense as he was going in. It was a tricky call, but I mean that's the right call in that situation.
So Van Crete fouls out. He finishes the day with 12 points on 6 of 14 shooting, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block in 31 minutes. Rudell to shoot the 1-and-1, and the first one's going home. One more free throw coming here, trying to build on the Cougar 1-point lead. Second free throw, no good. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining here in the overtime. If you stuck with us the whole way, you've been in for a treat all day. Good scoop shot layup is up and good. Warriors take the lead back 106-105. Goldstein now with 16 points. Cougars playing from behind for the first time in the overtime. Flips inside Gladney, and they're going to give a late foul call on the near side. Surprised the official underneath didn't see anything.
Yeah.
There was a lot of contact.
There was, and I would say great job by Gladney. You saw he got his backside over, and he was able to post him up. Great in pass there, too.
So Gladney going to the line to shoot 2. Has not been to the free throw line so far today. Gladney on the season an 81% free throw shooter. He's 22 of 27. First of two is up and good, and we're tied at 106. One more free throw to come here for Gladney, trying to give the Cougars the lead back. It's almost an uncountable number of lead changes and ties we've had in this game. Second free throw is good, and the Cougars take the lead back. Jalen Meeks will return for Rudell.
Looks like he's walking a little bit better right now.
Give that man a Gatorade and a good night's sleep at this point. 1 point Cougar lead coming up on 2.5 remaining in the overtime. Bounce on the near side. Cougars double here. Brugink needs an outlet. Underneath, Matty Farner will back down Amos, and he'll give the Warriors the lead, 108-107. Amos wants to get to the rim, and he gets fouled. He'll go to line to shoot two. Fouls on Wojcik, his first, which is kind of amazing that somebody's gone this long without picking up a foul. But Rashawn Amos will go to the line to try to tie or give CUC the lead. Amos making his first trips to the free throw line tonight. First one comes up short. Amos on the season a 66% free throw shooter coming into today. He was 4 of 6, now 4 of 7. One more free throw here for Amos, and it's good, and we're tied at 108. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of our overtime period. Who knows? There might be more in store at this point. Drive inside. Wojcik backs down O'Donnell. Fight for the rebound. Gladney, I think, came away with it. Meeks with a double-double. Gladney a rebound away from a double-double. Amos, backdoor cut. Gladney coming with a foul!
Great backdoor on the baseline from Gladney. That was fantastic.
And fouling out of this game is Matty Farner, and he's been a big part of this WLC team. He had a great day.
Yeah, he had 10 rebounds, 15 points. It's been huge, and that's just something that's killer for a team in overtime.
2 Warriors have fouled out of this game, Farner and Van Crete. Gladney to shoot 1 to try to make this a 3-point game with 103 seconds remaining in the overtime. Gladney with 16 points and 9 boards. He's a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line thus far, and we can make that 3 for 3. Cougars have never led by more than 3 in this game. Warriors have led by as many as 9. Becomes even more critical of the possessions here if you're the Warriors trailing by 3. They do have 3-point shooters that have been successful today. Inside, Brugink, turnaround jumper, no good. O'Donnell with the rebound, he'll run it down.
Great defense by Amos right there. Forcing that tricky turnaround shot.
Cougars will back it out and run their offense. Want to get it to Meeks. CUC does have a timeout if they want it. You want to save that to the last possible second, though, if you get real in trouble. Under 10 to shoot. Rudell, Amos steps into a 3 from where he tied it in the third. Offensive rebound, and the Cougars will back it out.
Nice job there by Rudell. That's something that they've been looking for all day, is that offensive rebound.
10 to shoot to Meeks. Trying to cross over in the lane. Tough shot, floater up, no good. Fight offensive board, landing Gladney, no good as well. 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brugink trying to drive, kicks, corner 3, up, off the mark, no good. Gladney with the rebound, and he will be fouled with 19.3 seconds remaining, trying to put the ice on this one.
And you saw from the Cougars right there, they knew that they didn't have that. If the Warriors wanted to drive, they would have let him since they already were up by 3. Cougars have really picked up their defense late in the game.
And we'll have a timeout on the floor taken by the Warriors before the free throws. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too. 19.3 remaining here in the overtime. Cougars lead by 3. Back inside Geiseman Gymnasium. Once again, I'm CJ Sutherland alongside Carter Gledhill and the rest of our CSN crew. 19.3 seconds remaining. 2 big free throws trying to put this one away.
Yeah, like you said, the Cougars have done a really good job of staying composed in this overtime, forcing the Warriors into situations they didn't want to be in and shots that have been bad. As you saw, we have 2 of the Warrior players already foul out who have pretty big impacts on the game already.
Gladney going to the free throw line to shoot 2 big free throws. He's 3 for 3 from the line so far today. Gladney on the season for CUC, a 81% free throw shooter, and the first one rolls home. For his career, Gladney is a 70% free throw shooter, so right man at the line for the Cougars. Gladney now with 11 rebounds. He has a double-double. Both him and Meeks with double-doubles on the day. Second free throw is up and good. 5-point game.
Those free throws were daggers right there. Now it's forcing the Warriors to drive down really fast and then have to foul even to get the ball back.
Drive inside, kick. Goldstein for 3, left side. It's good. That's a big 3. This game's not over yet. And there's going to be a quick foul. Now again, that 3 makes these important free throws here for CUC.
Very important. See, with the free throws here, if we get 2 out of this, it then makes it the 2-possession game again, and then it forces the Warriors into a situation where they have to drive down in pretty much under 5 seconds and get a shot up.
Fouls on Steedy, his first. Going to line to shoot 2 is Isaac Rudell. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line this season. In his career, as the first one's no good, he hadn't missed. Didn't give me a chance to even get to that point. This is a critical free throw here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure riding on this because if this happens, Warriors have the chance to take a lead with a 3-pointer.
Zio Golding back into the game.
Get an extra big body in there, trying to get the offensive rebound.
You wonder if Rudell's able to convert this if the Cougars would take a timeout just to set up your defense, and it's good. And it looks like they're going to let it play out.
They're going to let him play out. They're going to let him drive up.
Coming down here, the final seconds. Drive to the hoop, layup no good. Second chance, up and good with 2.2 seconds remaining. They'll get it into Gladney, and he'll get fouled with 1.1 seconds on the clock.
You saw a great defense there from Amos. The second he decided to drive in, he let him go because he knew that he could give up the 2 instead of taking the 3. Smart defense there from the Cougars.
Again, big free throws here. The big man Landon Gladney at the line. Gladney with 19 points and 11 boards. He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line, but no 2 bigger than this. First free throw is up and good. One more free throw coming here for Landon Gladney, trying to get to 20 points on the night. Second free throw is up and good. Inbounded, and that will do it. Your Cougars are winners here in overtime. What a ball game here at Geiseman.
It was great effort by the Cougars today, coming in the home opener and getting the crowd in it late. Fantastic game all around for the Cougars.
Cougars win this one, 116-113. What are your final thoughts?
Jalen Meeks put an exclamation mark on himself today, making it known that he's a force to be reckoned with. 30 points on the day, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals. Unbelievable day for the man who really was the energy of the Cougars in the fight today.
And how about Landon Gladney? We didn't talk about him a lot in the first half, but he really got things going in the second half, finishes with another double-double, his 24th of his career.
And you know what? So it wasn't even that. The little things that he did on the defensive sides, making plays and making opportunities for him to even get in that area, like we saw in the backdoor drive with the and one on the baseline. He was impressive today as well. As even late on, he had rebound after rebound on the offensive side, which kept the Cougars in the game.
And this is a really good Wisconsin Lutheran team they beat. They played extremely well, and they shoot the ball really well, too.
Yeah, Cougars, weren't ranked that high in the preseason poll. They were projected in finish 10th, and a big win like this, exclamation mark on the early on the early mark of the season and look for these Cougars to be destroying and reckoning some fight in the neck for the rest of the season.
And you learn a lot about this CUC team. They were down big. They never led a lot in this game. It was back and forth. They could easily just kind of, and when that got to 9 in that second half, said, all right, we're done.
And, on the season we mentioned that if they allowed a team to score over 100 points, they were 0-1. Well, they also were 1-0 if they scored over 100 points. So huge job today from the Cougars. Just staying composed was the biggest thing on the day as well.
Head coach Steve Kohler walking his way up and gets to talk to us after an impressive win. Give him a chance to get the headset on. I'd like to thank Carter Gledhill for being a part of this. And, Coach, as you get set in, is your heart rate coming down yet?
A little bit, yeah. It was a heck of a game. I mean, you talk about a gut check and guys just battling. I mean, they kept getting it second chances on the glass, and we just had to fight through and make some plays, and we did.
Talk about your junior, Jalen Meeks, and what he's meant to you. 30 points, a double-double tonight. I mean, he was a monster. I mean, he deserves an ice bath after the beating he took just getting to the rim.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jalen drives it so strong, and now to see him picking it up on the glass, too, I mean, that's tremendous. And we need it. We've talked to him about that. We told him, honestly, there's no reason he can't be a 27-6 guy, 27-4 guy. And he's just – he's just competing and he's trying to make plays, and he was big time.
What'd you have drawn up there in the final minute or final seconds as Rashawn hit that three to go to overtime?
I don't remember which one that was. Oh, you got to remind me. How did it start?
It was a side out. Rashawn hits it from.
Oh, well, yeah, to be honest with you, that was supposed to be. Give this out if someone's listening. Corner one, and two of our guys didn't know what to do on it. And to be honest, I'm serious. Like, who knows it? And they're like, I don't, And we practice that all the time. But so he made a play is what he did. He saw it was open. He was supposed to sprint to the top. He saw the screen wasn't coming, and he just found an opening and knocked it down. He's a big shot maker.
How important is it for your team to pick up a win in the home opener and use this momentum as they head into finals week and everything kind of gets just all conjumbled up, I'll call it?
Yeah, the win is so big just because, the guys have been battling and they're buying in, but it takes a win every now and then just to kind of get them over the edge. Our practices have been okay, but you could kind of see hey, we're busting our tail. Is this really what it is? And we're losing, So I'm so proud of their effort and how they stuck together and came out with this win tonight, because that's Wisconsin Lutheran's big-time team.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming up here.
Appreciate
Congrats on winning your home opener. Cougars, once again, winners in overtime, 116-113. You can find all your stats and recaps at CUCougars.com. For our fantastic CSN crew, for Carter Gledhill, I'm CJ Sellner. Thank you for tuning in all afternoon long. Cougars, for the final time tonight, 116-113 winners here at Geiseman. We will talk to you again when the Cougars return to Geiseman on December 16th. Have a good night.